So, I've been really bored. I think most of us have been really bored. Two things have been on my mind. One is when I was in New York, there was this guy at a store who was doing that like noodle stretching thing where he like slaps it against the counter and like it gets really long. And like he was like flirting with some girls with it. And I think it worked. They seemed pretty impressed. And then two is, I don't remember what was the second thing on my mind, but I just always wanted to learn how to do the noodle thing because it seems really cool. So today we're gonna try whole noodles or bang noodles or whatever those are called. So we've got a recipe here. Apparently they're called bianged noodles, biang. I hate how every time there's like a recipe online, there's like a blog post in front of it. First thing, gotta wash hands. You know, it's Corona time and you don't wanna play that risk. Nice 20-second rinse up. So that's major key. There's like 3 steps to this recipe. There's like 2 resting the dough steps and then 1 step where you're actually like banging the noodle. I hate calling it that, banging the noodle. It's the name is biang from the name biang, like you know when you're hitting it. The best translate, like I don't want to say I'm bianging the noodle. That sounds weird too. Slapping the noodle. No, we'll figure out some way to describe this. First things first. Not the realist, but I'm gonna go ahead and to make the dough. It's a cup of flour. It says approximate water. It says just make dough. So I'm gonna try to just make dough, whatever that means. Stir in water by batches, whatever that means. Add a little water, and then stir it in. Add a little bit more water. Stir it in. This reminds me of like playing in the mud as a kid. Did anybody else? I remember one time I was like a little kid and I literally went out into the street and you know like the street gutters that are like on the sides of the road? Like there was a big puddle and I like played in that and my mom was absolutely appalled because it's literal runoff from the road. This might be too much water actually. Probably why they told us to put in the water in batches. So it's okay. We'll just add a little bit more flour. Grasp everything by hand and knead the dough until smooth. Okay, now I get to get handsy with it. Knead, okay, the dough. Or resort to a standard mixer or resort. This is such a pretentious recipe. Like, oh, you can't handle kneading the dough? I guess if you have to, resort to a standard mixer. Who says that? I feel attacked and I'm not even using a mixer. Alright, so this is pretty smooth, but I don't know. See, this is my question is like, when you need to slap the noodle, or when you need to do the pulling, like what is the actual texture that I'm going for? And like, this is such a vague recipe. I mean, I'm gonna go for it, but I'm playing this so by ear because the dough's talking to me. Are you ready? Didn't say anything. Less water makes it chewier. Probably should have read that. I remember as a kid, like in elementary school or middle school, on the first day of class, my teacher tried to teach us like a lesson about reading things all the way through. So she gave us a test and we like started it and I got to the very end and it said, if you've read this far, just put your name on the top and turn it in for completion. And I was so mad because I thought I had put so much work into it. I'm pretty sure I still got a good grade. I definitely added way too much water. I should follow the recipe next time. You know how some guys are like, I don't believe in asking for directions, or I don't believe in maps. I don't believe in recipes. Recipes are fake. Ah, here we go. Now we got like a little elastic. Cover and rest. Once smooth for 20 minutes. Is this smooth? No. Got weird lumps. But like, what is the standard of beauty for dough? You know, like, why does it have to be smooth? You know, that's like is that a standard of beauty for people? Smoothness? Because you don't want to be described as lumpy. It still is thick. We're trying to make the dough thick. Okay, that's relatively smooth, you know, like that's like baby's bottom smooth. Okay, rest for 20 minutes. So I'm gonna put that just like that and leave it for 20 minutes. And we'll be back in 20 minutes. And welcome back. It's been about 15 minutes, and because I am impatient, I'm gonna go ahead and start the next step. Go ahead and knead the dough again for several minutes until the surface is really smooth. Really smooth. And then rest again for another 15 to 20 minutes. So, there's my little baby dough. It's been resting, it's been sleeping, a little midday nap. Just gonna knead it. Ooh, that does feel different after resting, actually. That's kind of cool. Several minutes, it says. When you guys think of the number or the word several, how many, like, what is the number that comes to mind? Like, couple is 2, so is several 3? Or is several just any other number? Several, like, I think like handful. And when I think handful, I think like 3. We're just gonna do this for like a minute or 2 or 3, whatever you think several is. Imagine that's how long I'm kneading this for. But it definitely is a lot more like stretchy, which is encouraging because that's ultimately what we're trying to do here, is to get stretchy, bangable. I've given up. I'm just gonna call it banging. We're just gonna bang the noodles. I mean, yeah, there's no better word. Like slapping the noodles, that's almost worse, I would argue. They're not really just pulled noodles, because pulling is just like where you just, you know, do the thing where it's just like 2, 4, 6, 8. Like these are the ones where you just stretch one time and then you tear down the middle and throw them in a pot. All right, this looks very, very nice and smooth. Put that back in the little bowl, cover it up again for another 15 to 20 minutes. In the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and boil a cup of water, and I've already prepped some of my condiments here. And then you're gonna need a little thing of oil, it says, to brush the noodles with once they're done resting, because you're gonna split them up into like bangable pieces and then brush each of them with oil. So, see you back in another 15 minutes. Alrighty, it's now been 15 more minutes, and I was reading the recipe, and I completely missed the fact that after this step, where I split it into 6 portions, I'm supposed to let them rest another hour. I keep joking about not reading, and then I continue to not read. Anyway, either way, we have to split the dough into 6 portions now, so, ooh, look at that. It's like super smooth now. Take it out. It's got some elasticity to it already. And I have this nice little dough splitter that I got for $1 at the Dollar Tree. And we are just gonna split this baby in half. We're gonna go ahead and split each of those halves into 3. So now we have 6 little portions. Prepare a plate and brush some vegetable oil on surface. I don't have a brush. I don't know anybody who has a cooking, actually wait, do I have a brush? I used to have a brush. I don't anymore. So we're just gonna spoon some oil on here and just kind of spread it and hope that that's, maybe use a little bit more. Hope that that's like about, you know, just kind of cover it. Shape each one into a long log. So take your dough, make them into little logs. It's like a little turd, honestly. And place onto oil. Shape, shape, shape. Shape, shape, shape. I'm honestly, so if this works, I'm gonna be so excited. It's gonna be so much fun, like just banging noodles, you know? That'll be so much fun. Hannah says that I look like an acorn when I wear this beanie. I actually think I look kind of good, so let me know. Brush oil around all of them. I'm just gonna roll each of them in the oil. Hopefully that works. So now they're all these little oiled up poop looking things. Cover with plastic wrap and let rest for 1 hour. Chances are I'll run back in like 30 minutes instead of an hour because again, I'm impatient to bang these noodles. Because there's no yeast in them, it really is just letting the dough kind of get some more elasticity. But I do see the point of the oil actually, because it makes it so they don't stick to anything. So maybe that's why you can bang them on the surface so easily. But I'll leave these for a little bit of time and then come back and we'll try banging them. These have not been resting an hour, these have been resting 2/3 of an hour. So I'm gonna go for it because I don't believe in recipes and I'm my own person, which is not at all the appropriate use of that saying. Just gonna grab one. All right, so we're gonna roll it out into a rectangle, it says. That's a rectangle. And then press a chopstick down the middle so we'll have a splitting line for later. Hold the 2 ends of the strip and smash against something. Here we go. This is it. Dang. Wait, but it like kind of works. Do not go too fast because you'll break it. Okay, I should read that. Okay, well this is stretching for sure. It's breaking for sure. And then you take the middle and you just tear it and you have this noodle. And then you just drop it into the boiling water over here. Oh, it's stuck to the lid. Okay, and then you do that for all of them. Hopefully the second one goes better. I'm gonna roll it to a little bit of a rectangle. I have to say banging this noodle is a lot of fun actually. Like this is kind of what I expected. So I'm already really happy that this is working. Okay, it's tearing. I think I put too much water in the dough, but we already knew that. This middle part is kind of thick, so I'm gonna see if I can just pull that part. I'm taking a lot of liberties with this recipe, but it's working. Nope, yeah, I just broke it. Okay, well. Anyway, then we'll tear down the middle. Drop that into the water. In the meantime, we're supposed to heat a small amount of oil. So the noodles are boiling. I'm honestly so excited that this semi works. Obviously too much water in the dough, so it wasn't perfect this time, but I'm so excited that this kind of works because that's fun. Noodle banging might be my new favorite thing. Noodle banging. Cooking lasts for about 4 minutes, then transfer it into a serving bowl. Again, I'm not timing, I'm just guesstimating. It feels like 4 minutes. I'm gonna take them out. Ooh, these are thick. But they got some texture, which is awesome. My glass is just fogged up, so now I have to wait. So now I transfer the noodles into a nice little serving bowl. A little bit of garlic. A bunch of green onion. Some of this chili that I have. I'm making like a nice pile on top. How do you tell when oil is hot? Oh! Okay, the oil is hot, so now I will add it on top of that little pile that I made. Ooh. And it like real quick cooks all of the like peppers and stuff, and then you're supposed to like stir. And that smells amazing already, actually. It's like an instant good smell. This is the moment of truth. I'm gonna take a nibble. I'm so nervous. If this tastes like booty, I'm gonna be so mad. But like they have that nice like ruffly texture, which is really cool. You can tell they've been hand pulled. are so good. Long, come here. So I brought in a tester. This is Mr. Long, who is gonna taste these and let me know what he thinks.
Okay.
Good texture, right? Right? Like it's actually like a hand-pulled noodle, like it works.
It's like it's an actual noodle.
It passes completely all the tests, right?
It's not like flour.
Right, like that was my fear. Like it's gonna be a little gnocchi terribleness, but it actually tastes like
noodle.
Yeah, it tastes like good. It's a wow. I feel like I've made my ancestors proud somehow.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, you can take that bowl.
Okay, bye.
So yeah, this was successful. I'm gonna go ahead and bang some more noodles because I have 4 more little lumps. I'm really happy that this worked out. So not a hard recipe. It took me about, I mean, you know, with all the like letting the noodles rest, like honestly it took about an hour. This is fun. I'm having a good time. I hope everybody out there is staying safe with quarantine. Let me know if there's something that you feel like I should cook next, because I'm bored as frick and I need this.
Like, not even for the video, this is really good.
Thanks, man. See ya.